Hey everyone, I'm Rachel.
And I'm Jess.
Did you forget your name?
Well, I usually say Jessica, and then I was like, I'm gonna just go with Jess, and then it ended with a Jess.
Yeah. You can call her Jess or Jessica. I call her Jess.
Yeah.
So today we are crafting with cut files. So we're going to make some summer layouts with cut files that I have designed with summary kind of titles or shapes.
Yes.
And a little mixed media, a little bit of this and that, a little shaker.
Mm-hmm. I grabbed a lot of mixed media things.
Yeah.
And we'll have to see which of them
what
I'll
we'll
end up
use.
using.
Yeah.
But
Sometimes we don't know what we want to use.
Yeah.
We know kind of the general idea, and we just get out several supplies,
Yeah.
and see what happens.
Yes.
So, sorry for the late start. We had technical difficulties. Hopefully everything looks and sounds okay. We need to pull up the comments still. Let us know how it looks and sounds. And yeah, have you guys ever crafted with cut files before?
Mm-hmm.
Let us know.
They're a lot of fun. I think they're pretty versatile, and you can keep, kind of like how dyes, you can just keep using it over and over again, but then you always have to have the physical thing.
Yeah.
With cut files, there's not a physical thing, but you can still use it over and over and over.
I mean, you do have to have a Cricut or Silhouette or something similar, but a lot of people do and don't know how to use them. They think like, oh, I can only make like a t-shirt, you know, vinyl, and oh, I don't know how to do it. I actually use our Cricut more for paper than vinyl. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's switch
Let's
cameras.
Keep going. I'm excited for this layout. Rachel just made some new summer cut files.
Yes.
One of them was this ice cream cone.
Ice cream. Isn't it
and
so
I've been
cute?
really excited to use it.
I was just on a roll this week. I was like, summer in my mind, and I was just busting out all these cut files. They just came to me. I'm like, oh, summer this, summer that. Oh, ice cream, I gotta make that. And yeah, I really like how it turned out.
Yeah.
It's so cute.
And well, I thought it would be super cute to do a shaker in there.
Yes.
And then I also thought it'd be cool if I did like a double stack cone.
Yeah.
And that will be my photo for the layout.
Isn't that fun?
So I cut this cone out probably 10 times, and I started gluing them together. I still have a few more that I want to glue, and I'm just doing that to create some depth here, so I can have room for the shaker part of it. So I'm going to just keep gluing these on.
And then the cut file I have, so this is how it looks like right when you cut it. Can you see it? I have summer memories, and I cut it out in 2 different sizes because I wasn't sure what I wanted. So I have like a nice big title that takes up most of a page, or this one is like about like 8 inches or so. If I scoot it over, it's about 8. So I'm going to weed those out. So you just take your weeding tool, just like how you would weed vinyl out. I actually think paper is a lot easier to weed than vinyl, and it's very satisfying.
Well, and like you can get a piece of it and just pull it all out.
Yeah. So you can do it either way, like kind of weed out the words or weed out the extras. I like to do it like this. I like to weed out the words and keep the extra part still stuck on. My favorite cutting mat is this Cricut Strong Grip, but it's very, very used, and it's not like really strong anymore.
It's not strong anymore.
But like the other ones don't work as well as this. Like the regular, the light. This is my favorite mat. Yeah,
well, I feel like ours, they just get dirty.
Yeah, and we just don't clean them.
And then we don't put the protector on it, and then it's just.
But it works so well, so hopefully this never. I don't want to clean it because then it's gonna be too strong. If it's too strong, then your paper is going to rip and it's gonna be hard to weed. But look how easy this is to weed. Just do. So easy.
This is a piece of acetate, and I used the top of the cone to sketch on here like the shape of it. So I traced it, and I traced it using this pick. This is a die pick. And that way it leaves a little, I don't know if you can see it, a little imprint of what I need to cut out. So that's what I'm doing.
So here's Summer Memories. Here's the O. Maybe Morgan could link the specific cut files that we're using.
Yes, I will get on.
Okay, thank you. Because I know we linked to just the general cut file link, but if you want the specific ones, Morgan will do that in the comments.
Or you can go to that link in the description and you can filter by a bunch of different themes.
Yeah.
So if you just filter by summer,
Then
then
these
you
will
would
pop
see
this.
all of
Yeah.
these. Or yeah, we have a lot of other themes too.
Cindy, your first time watching live. Awesome.
Ooh.
Welcome. Sorry it's one that we got technical
were a little
difficulties, but we're usually mostly on time.
Yeah.
Within a minute or two, but yeah, things were just not working out. Technical stuff. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't understand it. So now I'm just weeding out my second one. I still can't decide. Do I want to do big or small? Whatever I don't use, I can always use for a different project. Might as well, because it's ready. So what I think I'm going to do is, I have a white sheet of, it's a Vicky Bouton Foundations paper, so it's great for mixed media. I think I'm going to watercolor. I think that's what I'm feeling. And then, put this over top the watercolor so it pops. A lot of people in the paper crafting, scrapbooking world, they like to back each letter with paper or like different papers, and it looks really pretty. I love it. But sometimes I'm a little lazy for that. I don't want it. Especially one like this. Look at how many letters that is to back. And you would have to kind of like trace each letter onto your paper, cut it out.
That's kind of like what I'm doing with this ice cream cone.
Yeah.
Or like this ice cream top. Only I'm only having to do it a couple times.
And it's like a shape.
And it's a bigger
not
shape, yeah.
letters. So I really do like that technique. It's really pretty. But if you are feeling lazy or just don't want to do all that, I like to just put it over something darker so there's a contrast. So we're going to put it over watercolor. What else? I've done it before with like alcohol ink. That was really fun. Like an alcohol ink background and then a cut file on top. I've done, inks, watercolors, and whatnot. Okay, so those are all weeded out. There's the extras. So you can kind of see what the design looks like, except then it's moved. But
Or I was even thinking, I saved my inside part of my letters for if I wanted to ink these and just put them back in there.
That's a good idea too. Yeah.
Because then you don't have to do all that cutting.
Yes. Who wants to cut? Not me. Okay, so I'm going to set those aside for a second and grab my watercolors. And hopefully open them. And I think I'm going to go kind of greens and blues because that goes with my photos. We went to the zoo the other day, so I have these photos from the zoo. It was a really warm day. It was like 85, but at least there was a nice breeze.
Yeah. That's funny, you're going greens and blues and I'm doing pinks and yellows.
It's usually the other way around. I usually do a lot of more pinks. You don't usually do pink.
I usually don't do pinks and I also usually don't do yellow.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to get a big watercolor brush. My really nice clean jar of water. We use mason jars. I like them because they're heavy and they don't tip over very easily, though. Still possible. Still possible.
For sure.
But they're just better than like a plastic cup of water or something, and it's easy to clean.
More reusable.
Oh, Melody, I order from you guys all the time. Oh, I love your shipments. Oh, good. Yes. Packed well and quick shipping. Thank you.
That's what we aim for.
We try our very best to pack that well because once it leaves our warehouse, we have no control over it. Yeah. You don't know where it's going and how many people handle it, so we try to pack it very well.
Our shipping team is on it.
They are on it, yes. All right, I'm gonna grab some different greens, and I'm gonna do like the smushing technique with plastic.
Ooh.
So I'm just gonna kind of put greens around here. It's gonna look kind of silly for a minute.
Okay.
Get some water down.
I think this will be thick enough. Let's see. It is.
Is it? How many layers is that?
That's a lot of layers.
A lot.
I think it's probably 10 or 11 layers.
Wow.
This paper that I used is pretty thin.
Okay.
Let's see.
You want me to count how many you cut out?
No, it's okay.
Okay.
A lot. She cut out a lot.
I think it's about that, 10 or 11. Okay, so the shaker part is ready. I want to move into doing the mixed media first before I do this. I guess I could glue this together.
Oh, Sandy asked, yeah, about 10 or 11 layers out.
Yeah. And this paper is pretty thin. If you're using thicker paper, like I've done it before with more like watercolor thickness paper, which is a bit thicker, and I only did 3 or 4 layers with that. But I don't know, this was just the paper that I grabbed and started using, so I just cut a lot of it. And then actually I cut one additional page because I could fit 4 cones on one page. Because Rachel and I were both trying to cut at the same time.
And it
So,
didn't
yeah.
work for me, and it
So,
cut hers out more.
I thought we were printing hers, and then it just cut out 4
Yep.
more cones for me. So I was like, well, I'll use them.
It's very confusing. I'm like, wait, where's my design? So I'm going to take a piece of plastic. This is just like, grab this out of the trash, just from product packaging. And then I literally just smushed it down. And you're going to get really fun designs from that.
I think this is gonna look so cute. I was debating what color seems more ice cream coney.
Ooh.
Frayed burlap or goldenrod.
Probably not frayed for. Oh,
You
for
think?
the cone.
For the cone.
Oh, I'm thinking like ice cream. I'm like, those seem very not great colors, Jess. Maybe both. You could,
Yeah,
like,
I could
mix
do a
them.
little both. I need another piece of paper though.
I'm gonna scoot those more out of the way. Okay, so you see my background's coming together. Doesn't that look fun? It's really easy to do this technique. You just really put on some color, some water, and smush it. Smush it around. Now I think I want to go a little darker because I really want that white title to pop. So you can even just go right on the plastic, get some more paint, and put it right on here.
I just wanted to back the cone part. So I grabbed a bunch of inks that I want to use on the background. So I figured I might as well do some inks on the cone part as well. Yeah, I'll try a little bit of both here.
Ooh, this is so fun.
Ooh, look
Isn't
at
that fun? Look at those colors.
That's nice.
Like, I couldn't do that
No.
manually.
No.
Like, with a paintbrush, I wouldn't be able to get those
It just wouldn't happen.
edges and that shape. So I'm gonna kind of like,
And
let's
like
see.
that was so quick.
Yeah, very quick. Hold that up. Yeah, I think I'll go a little bit more. Get some more of that deep blue. I'm actually doing more blue than green. Maybe I'll add more green on here too. Because there is quite a bit of green in my photos that I want to kind of bring out with more green.
Yeah, I guess that's pretty ice cream cone-ish.
Yeah, that looks like it.
And then I wanted to just add a little mistiness, just so it looks a little mixed media-y in there. Oh, candy paper towel.
Yeah, I grabbed a few more this time.
Nice.
We always are running out.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so fun to watch you guys create. Thank you, Sandy. We have a lot of fun together.
Yeah.
Sometimes we have a plan, sometimes we don't. Or just like a little bit of a plan. That's usually more the case.
I
Have
feel
a little bit of a plan.
Pretty planned out.
Yeah, this
one.
time,
like,
yeah.
Because of the cut file.
Yeah.
I added too much water with this. I'm gonna try again. Yeah, I feel like, and that's something that is nice with using a cut file. I feel like you have like a large portion of your layout already figured
done,
out and done, yeah.
And there's so many different options. Because I just uploaded my 200th design. So there are 200 different designs. I can't believe that. Like,
Yeah.
I've been making them for about a year, a little over a year, and they're just a lot of fun to design. I had to kind of teach myself how to use Illustrator, and a lot of them are just very simple designs and titles, but I like them. I use them. Just you use them, and they're a lot of fun.
Okay, so last time cause I didn't have the paper towel ready, I let it sit too long, and then it just pulled up too much of the ink.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go a little faster this time. Just give it a quick little boop and
Boop. You have to make the sound effect too while you do
boop
it.
and boop.
Works better that way.
Yeah, that's a lot better.
That is the key. So I'm just kind of like with watercolors, you really want to like layer up the layers, if that makes sense.
Layer those layers.
Really, you should probably like dry these in between. They're kind of drying on their own without me doing much to it. So I'm just kind of adding more and more until I get enough color on here that I want. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. And it's just really relaxing. I love to watercolor. More of this. Maybe some of the bright green too. That's fun green.
And there we go. Yay.
I love it. It looks realistic.
It does.
Should have known you were gonna make a shaker out of an ice cream cone.
Yeah.
She makes a shaker out of everything.
I love
it's
it.
so fun.
I love them. And then when I see an area that sequins could fit,
Yeah, yeah.
I put sequins in there.
Yep. If it fits, I put it in there.
I put it in there. I also like the look of photos in it. And actually,
Yeah, I do
I
too.
wasn't, because I did think about it, cutting my photo to size, and I was like, no, I'd really rather do the shaker. So I was going to have like just a square photo to the side. But then I was like as I started cutting this and playing with it, I was like, ooh, what if I stack it? Because you do have some stacked ice cream cone, but it wouldn't have been enough space
Oh, right.
with my full photo plus full shaker
Right.
with the look I wanted.
Yeah,
but,
there are 4 ice cream cones that come with it, the file.
yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna get more of this bright green on here.
So yeah, if you don't like the fuss of doing all the shaker, that is understandable.
Yeah.
But I think even
I
just
love the look of shakers, but I never want to make it because to
Yeah.
me it feels fussy. But you
Like,
make
even-
it look so easy when you do it.
even if I just had it like that, I think that's so adorable.
Yeah, that is cute.
But just
I
you
like
wait.
it. Just you wait. Gets
It'll
better.
get better.
Are these in your way? I can move them.
No, I think I just need to move some
Okay.
stuff around.
Our table's very small.
Yeah. Okay. And so I wasn't quite sure what techniques I wanted to do. I grabbed a bunch of inks. I grabbed some different sprays and mists, and I grabbed stencil butters. And they were all because of these. I thought this
So that
just seemed,
inspired, the
this
color
is-
palette.
yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
Cause I don't know, I thought these just looked summery
It's so
and
summery.
ice cream cone
Yeah.
colory.
I love it. Okay, I think I'm gonna let this dry. I like this look. I'm gonna set those aside. But look at that. That's all just from plastic. And it's all over my hands too. Oh. But it's watercolor, easy to wash off.
Yeah. I don't know what I want to do. I might start with inks and kind of do the same technique that I did on the cone. What do I want? I might take out a couple of these. So then I'm only dealing with 4 colors. Maybe I kind of... Do I do lines?
Oh, that'd be kind of fun.
That seems summery.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I have the biggest blending brush I could find.
Yeah. What brand is that one? Is that
It didn't say, but I bet you
or
it's
Hero
Picket
Arts?
Fence.
Picket Fence. There's so many
There's a
brands
lot.
that carry all brushes. Just find one that you like. They're all very similar. But yeah, it's nice to have different sizes
Yeah,
for different
for sure.
how you're gonna use it. Yeah, different applications. So when I'm drying things, I like to dry from the back too to help with warping.
And when I'm blending, I always start with less ink and less pressure and build it up from there.
That's always a good idea.
And also start with your lightest color, unless you switch brushes.
Oh yeah, which we don't always do that.
I just keep the same color families going.
What sprinkle sequin mix are you using?
This is
where
from
to go?
Picket Fence, Carnival Day.
Okay. So they have a bunch of different ones.
They have some really cool ones.
I like the little case that it comes in because
it's nice.
it closes securely.
And you can see it. Like you can,
Yeah.
I don't know. I like them.
And they're just so cute, and you can stack them, and they're pretty. I like pretty containers
Pretty
for
products.
things. Pretty products.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's important.
Yes. Okay. This is looking good. I'm just dabbing this one spot that was too wet. Alright. I'm gonna straighten this out a little bit. Oh, Morgan linked the sequins right there. Okay. Let's kind of see what I'm thinking here. Look at how fun that pops. Look at that white on that blue and green.
Oh yeah.
That's a smaller one.
That would be awesome for your splish splash.
Oh, that would be.
That background.
I have to make another.
You'll have to make another.
So yeah, I have a splish splash cut file too. Okay, what are you thinking? Do you like the bigger one or the smaller one better? Ooh.
I think you have to put your photos on.
I know. Bigger one, I don't.
I'm
gonna have less room.
Originally, I thought I would really like the bigger one, but I think I like the smaller one.
I think I can only do
like the smaller one.
3 photos with a bigger one. So yeah, if I do smaller, I don't know. I could do something like in the corner, and my photos like up here. 2 photos, 3. I don't. I have 4. I don't have to use all 4.
I kind of liked your one that came down a little bit, like 2 up, 1 down. I don't know. Maybe I don't.
Maybe
I think if you added something else, then maybe.
Yeah.
Or you had them all 3 and then this on top.
Oh, this on top and 3 photos. There's so many options.
Yeah.
Goodness. Okay. Something like that. So many options. What do you guys think? Before I lose it, let me get my little O and R in here. Because, like, you don't have to use it, but here's the little inside of the O and the inside of the R. You really could leave it out, too, if you wanted to, but I think I'll put mine back in. Yeah, I kind of like it with 3. Maybe if I, like, moved it up a little more. Something like that. Yeah, I kind of like that.
Yeah, that's cute.
I think I want to do like some white something splatters
or some stencil?
Or that. Yes.
I could see a stencil.
A
and
stencil.
Then that could take it away from being watery.
Yeah.
Because that is a really good water technique.
It is a really water. Yeah. But yeah, add some. This is the pearl white stencil butter. And we just got, I think, just about all the stencil butters back in stock. Like, they were out of stock for a while. They're very popular.
Yeah.
So we restocked those, and we use these all the time. Okay, I need some stencil. Do you have a stencil?
I just have my, I grabbed this. It's got
I'm gonna grab something. Whoop.
some sprinkles, which I thought would be perfect for the ice cream. Ooh, Sandy said she wants to see the pearl white because she was thinking of getting that one.
Oh yeah, it's so pretty. I'm gonna use it right now. If I find a good stencil.
And Lisa had a layout idea for you. She said, what about 2 below and 1 tucked on the top behind Summer? Or I could even see 3 below and 1 tucked on top.
Oh, yeah.
If you wanted to fit all 4.
Okay, hang on. Gotta say this again. Okay. 2 below and 1 above tucked into the top.
Or all 3 below and 1 tucked.
So 1, 2, 3. The only thing is that they're kind of big, so
They are
I don't
kinda
know
big.
if they were smaller. I think that would actually work if they were
Yeah.
smaller. But yeah, it's just so big.
Yeah, and
If
it
it
gets
was-
kind of full.
If it was smaller, that would work. But yeah, good idea though. So I grabbed a bunch of different stencils. Cause yeah, I want to stencil a little bit, like I think down here, maybe just like around my edges a little. No, you have what stencil I want. I like this kind of bricky one.
That makes sense for the zoo.
Yeah, that's fun. Or all these different designs. Some of them are a little bit busy though. It might be too much. Or this one. This is kind of like a brick kind of design too. Like a little bit bigger brick.
Oh,
Kind of like
yeah.
that. Let's try that. See what happens. With a very dirty palette knife. I mean, it's dry.
It's probably,
so
yeah.
it's fine. And we're gonna go with the pearl white. That's what it looks like. It's so creamy. I love stencil paste. Stencil butters.
And I'm just still blending.
It's still blending
I got
forever.
all my base colors, but I think I'm gonna add.
Remember when you said
One more.
that you were gonna have such a quick layout?
Yeah, I know. Before the live, like when we were waiting, I was like, well, I might as well fussy cut out my photo while we're waiting and do
This
some
is
other
just gonna
things
be
like that.
Such a fast
And
one.
then I was like, oh, this layout's gonna be so quick. I'm gonna be done instantly.
Yep.
And then Rachel was like, I wouldn't worry.
Yeah. Whoa, we think it's gonna go quick and then it doesn't.
Oops.
Oops.
See, that's what I was starting to add a little too much pressure.
Getting too aggressive
I was
over there.
getting a little impatient. It's okay. That'll hopefully be covered by something.
Yeah.
I'm not too worried about it,
Yeah.
but beware.
Beware. Ooh, I like this. Okay, so here is a close up. There's a little bit of like shine to that. And it's a, how would you, it's almost like a silvery white. I think that's how I would describe it. So don't think of it as like a white. If you want a white, get a different one. I think there is a plain white one, isn't there?
Of stencil butter?
Yeah.
I don't know about with stencil
don't
butter,
remember.
but I know there's a lot of texture pastes that are white.
So if you want a white, don't get this one. But this one's a really nice, like, yeah, silvery, like tiny bit of shimmer.
Well, and if you've used texture pastes before, it's they have like a shimmeriness to them. It's not glittery at all.
Yeah, it's just like a hint of shimmer.
It's a hint of shimmer, which is really pretty. So
Yeah.
it has that, which keeps
like
it from being like a pure white.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that I have all of my colors blended, I'm gonna do the same technique. Give this a mist and a quick dab. Mist and dab. And I could do this however many times till I feel happy. I'm gonna do it a little more here and there. And yeah, the longer you leave the water on, the more ink it'll pull up.
Yeah. Okay. So now I have that.
Okay, now I'm getting a little too carried away.
Getting
But it is cool.
too crazy there.
So you can see how it went from like a regular blended to now therely all these little speckly looking things.
Okay.
And now I'm gonna add some of this stencil. Now I just gotta think
Morgan, could you rinse this for me?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
if I want to keep with my colors, like have yellow stencil butter over the yellow, or if I want to mix it around a bit more.
I kind of like the color on color.
I do like the look of color on color.
It's really fun.
Okay, then I'm gonna go get a few more colors of
Okay.
stencil butter.
Comes in so many colors. So I'm gonna go ahead and dry my stencil butter. It dries pretty quickly depending how thick you put it on, but I just like to dry it because I don't have patience for that. Anything drying. Oh, Sandy says it's going in the basket. Yes, that pearl white is so pretty. Really pops on color. You can just use it by itself too. Like even just like over white, you'll still see it a little bit. I think that'd be pretty.
I think this one's
White.
too bright. This one's nice. I think that matches pretty well. Okay, I like that. And I did bring all these sprays and stuff,
Yeah.
but I don't think I'm gonna use them.
That's okay.
Want me to take them to your mom?
Yeah, I guess.
At least you had them,
Thanks.
just in case.
But I did like them, and
I did like them
I was
while they were here.
I was excited for them.
Yes.
Okay, yay. Colors. So I kind of want to have some blending going on. So, let's see. I don't want to have, like I'm not going to go from the complete edge to the complete edge. I'll just get going and see how it happens. And like I want some of this yellow going into the orange side.
Okay. Let's see.
Grab the tangerine here. Oh yeah. And get them
I
blending.
think I want a little bit of some splatters.
I don't want to go too far with this because I also want to start blending into the next color, that pinky color.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe I'll do a smidge of that.
Smidge.
This is where 12 by 12 stencils would be really nice.
Yeah. That'd take all the guesswork out of that. I think I'm gonna go in with some darker splatters here. Move my photos out of the way. Turn those over.
Oh yeah, that's fun. Okay.
And ooh yeah, look at that nice dark blue. And I'll move it away from Jess. She doesn't want blue
Yay.
over there.
No blue.
Can you?
Fully-
That'd be so sad if I got blue on all
Fully
that.
into the pink right now.
Splatter, splatter. I'll make you do all that all over again.
Oh man.
No, you probably just want to cover that
Yeah,
up. That'd be too much work.
I'd just find something.
Yeah. Okay, a little bit of the light blue. Trying to.
I'd put a sprinkle on it.
Yeah. Sometimes splatters they just get away from you.
They have a mind of their own.
Yep. Okay, so I got light blue and dark blue splatters on here. Okay. I think that's good. And we're gonna dry that again. Oh, that's so pretty.
Yeah, it's getting festive in here.
Can you guys see that? Yeah, that tone on tone.
I think I'm
You
gonna
should give
do.
a close up. Look at
I'm
that.
only halfway done.
Look at that. I love that.
Halfway done.
Woohoo. I don't even know if I'm going to use much ephemera on here.
Yeah.
Like, I picked out a bunch of it, but
did you?
I don't even know if I need it.
See, I didn't even
don't
pick
know.
out any.
Oh, okay.
Which I was a little worried about. I was like, I feel like I'll
Yeah.
need something, but
Yeah.
I really
You
don't
may
think I
not.
will. That's the nice thing with
I
cut
could just
files.
grab some sequins
Yeah.
in this color.
Yep.
Maybe I'll do that.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I just want like a little something. So I'll grab sequins or enamel dots. Just a tiny something.
Okay, now my last two colors. I'm gonna close the ones I'm not using so they don't dry up.
Okay. I kind of smudged mine. I don't know what happened.
Maybe you got too hot? No, it's not really bubbly. I don't know.
I might have just smudged it somehow. That's okay. Well, I probably can cover that with photo.
Yeah.
Okay, just trying to bend out the wobbliness. There we go. Find my tail. Okay. And then, what did I say? I was going to do like the 3 photos underneath? I already forgot. Something like this. Cute. I like that. Okay. I'm going to actually like pop up my photos on foam dots.
Okay.
Because I like a little bit of lift
I like
on
some
my
lift.
photos. And these are my favorite cherry dots. They're just, if I can show you. They come like this and they have these little tabs. So easy to use and come off. Just gives some nice dimension. We have cherry tape in all different sizes and there is, like foam and regular cherry tape too. But yeah, these were out of stock for a long time. We couldn't get them in from our people who make this. I don't know why. They just weren't making this type for some reason.
I don't know.
Maybe they couldn't get the supplies. I don't know. But it was like a solid year or so before we could get this back in stock. It was such a happy day when we could.
Thanks. Okay.
So then you just peel off the back super easily.
Wow, this is so festive.
Look at that.
Wow.
I love it.
Wow.
I want to make one like that. So fun.
Okay, and I'm going to let this dry, I think, for a little bit. And move back to my cone. I want to make sure I don't have any paint or inkiness on here.
Yeah.
Let me grab my cone.
That's the hard part. I'm not messing it up now.
Yeah. And I was debating if I wanted to have a different color background, which I think I will, so my cone pops a little more.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna do a little, let's see.
Put that somewhere safe.
I think I'm gonna go like this.
Ooh.
Does that pop?
Mm-hmm.
Because I like the yellowish cone on
That's
the pink,
it pops more.
but
there.
I was gonna have a pink ice cream. So then I think
Put
I
it in the
might
orange.
have to do that side.
Okay.
Okay, well I'm just gonna set this on the floor while it dries for a little bit. And
I'm gonna try to
work
get
on
these on here straight. You know what? I should use the T ruler.
Oh yeah, you should.
I never use this thing. Do you guys have one of these? I always forget about it. Always. And then I'm always eyeballing things. I'm like, is that straight?
Yeah.
Usually, it's okay. But when you're trying to get like 3 photos in a row, it's a little tricky. Okay, so this is really nice to line it up. Now, which photo was I doing in the middle? I can't remember. This one? I want to actually bring that down a little bit.
Sarah said, I think you could do a little darker pink ice cream, and then it would look great on the pink side.
Yeah.
Oh, darker pink ice cream.
I still want my my sequins to pop off of it.
Yeah.
So I didn't want it too dark.
Dilemma.
I think I'll just make the cone how I think will look good, and then I'll worry about placement after, and then I can better visualize it. Cause yeah, that's the thing with planning ahead. It doesn't always
work
Doesn't always pan out.
Yep.
Oh, I guess I could also have because I made them vertical stripes, I could make them horizontal stripes.
Oh.
And then I would have the pink cone on top of the yellow and the yellow cone on top of the pink.
Sure.
So that might be what I try out.
I'm like smushing all my stencil work. Meh. That's okay. You know, at the zoo, all the paved paths are not perfect.
Exactly.
You know, this is just more authentic.
Yep.
More vintage looking.
That's the nice thing with mixed media is you can really make it to coordinate with whatever theme you had or
Yep. Okay, now I'm going to glue on my summer memories. I just like using my favorite glue. The Nuvo has a nice skinny tip. Works great.
So this part that I'm cutting out will be the back of my ice cream cone. And I'll have sequins on top of this. Now I'm just trying to think if I want to do my little mist trick with this as well.
Oh, yeah? To be like the rest of it?
Yeah, I feel like it should just be like the rest of it.
Might as well.
Might as well.
It's an easy technique.
Yeah. I have a paper towel ready. Give it a little. Let me scoot that. Give it a little.
Whoop whoop.
There we go. Cute.
Now, summer memories.
And I make sure it fits.
Should I
A little big.
have this more to the left or more centered?
I feel more to the left.
Because that's kind of how it's designed. Yeah. Yeah, we'll do left. No going back now. Oh, I love white on watercolor like this. Like,
Yeah.
it's just such a fun pop. And so easy to do. Like, I could have, like, inked this or something. A nice blue. That would pop too. But, that's more work. Bless you. Now I'm going to glue on my O and my R. That I'm very surprised I did not lose. Always lose these little pieces. Then you find them later, like, stuck to your elbow or something. Or the floor. Remember one live, like, you lost a piece of something, like a die or something that we needed.
Yeah.
And we could not find it at all till the end.
Yeah. Well, and a lot of times when we are live, we'll be doing 2 different projects and have all of the supplies.
Yep.
And our table is not that big. This is maybe a 6-foot table.
Yeah, probably. And, like, the end of it is not even usable. Like, we
Yeah.
have these little containers of stuff. So, really, we're working with, like, 3 feet here.
Yeah.
A workspace for 2 people. Yeah. But, yeah, we can't even really get a bigger table because there's not really space in this area. So we have like a door right there and the wall, and then this way is our desk area. So that's okay. We just make use of what we have. And we're just very cozy. That spider is on the monitor.
Oh man.
So earlier, before before we went live, there was a spider on the table. It's just a tiny guy, so I just blew it off because I didn't have anything to kill it with. And yeah, it's right there on the monitor.
Yeah, it's gonna stay there too, because I'm not killing it.
Morgan
Yeah.
doesn't want to get it. I don't know why.
I'd just take him outside. I can take him outside after live.
Yeah, all right. If it stays there.
If I find it.
Maybe it would like to craft with us. As long as it
Crafty
stays
spider.
over there.
Actually, think about it. Spiders are crafty. Look at all that weaving they do.
Yeah, true. Okay, do I need anything else to this? I don't know. Let's see.
I will still be a minute
Yeah.
with my super fast layout. I
Super
was
fast.
so sure I would complete.
I did grab these out of the ephemera pack. It's aren't these like cute little what are these called? Like file tabs? I like to use these like on the top of my photos.
You could put your little photo in that little notebook you got. Like,
Oh,
you know.
like the little journal?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could do that. So look at these little file tabs. I like those. So that's a dark green and a dark blue. They look kind of similar, but I'm gonna add those there. That's from one of the ephemera packs from Page Starters from Art and Creative.
I always feel like it's kind of tough determining how much sequins to put in a shaker.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't want too little. I feel like too little is worse than too much. But if you have too much, it doesn't shake well.
Right. You need a medium amount.
I need a perfect amount.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I was gonna get sequins. That's what I was gonna do. Okay. I was like, there was something else I was going to add, and I could not remember.
I can reach the...
Yeah, if there are any greens or blues.
Well, like the pink fresh ones.
yeah.
Those gems. Do you want
Yeah,
those?
whatever looks
Like these?
greenish, bluish. Maybe those. Maybe.
I don't know, there's maybe stuff in
Oh my
there, too.
goodness, we have so many.
I don't know. Let's see here. Is there anything in the back? You can pull out the drawers.
Okay, I think that's gonna be enough. And I'm going to line this and stick it on.
So many different options here.
Yeah.
Okay. What was I doing? Okay, so this. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that was gonna fall. So I'm gluing on these cute little file tabs, top of my photos, cause like maybe I was filing my photos away and little tabs. They're just so cute.
They're cute. One of those layering things you can just easily add a bunch of.
And I feel like a lot of ephemera packs these days have these in
Yeah.
them.
So I got this glued on. I'm not gonna move it for a second and like I'm just gonna let the glue dry. If I just picked it up and started shaking it, some of the little sequins could get stuck in the wet glue,
Oh, true.
and then they're gonna be
I've
stuck
had
there.
that problem before. That's why. See, one time I was trying to do it. I was trying to do it your way. You weren't here, and it was just disaster. If you ever want to go watch that video, it was like cut files with card making, and I was making a shaker card with Morgan, and it was just.
So
It was just
now
not going well.
I just gotta determine how much of the bottom scoop do I want.
Oh, showing?
Like, I want to show a lot of the shaker, but
Yeah.
is that weird?
No.
That looks okay.
Do you have any tweezers over there? Of some sort?
I was looking for them last week, and I didn't see them, but that makes me think that they're in here. Do you want this poke? Oh, for that?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I might have a sequin thing.
Sequin thing?
Maybe.
We have all these tools out, and I can never find what I need.
Yeah.
Are there tweezers in there?
That's where they usually are, but I wasn't seeing them when I was
Oh.
looking for them last week.
We'll just blame Morgan.
Yeah.
Do you have tweezers anywhere?
I haven't been able to find the tweezers.
Oh.
Okay, they have run off. Okay. I will try and just glue without them. It's fine. I'll just struggle a little. It's all good.
You could maybe use that, like,
Maybe.
lick it, dab it, lick it, dab it.
So I have some different, this is Sizzix sequins of different sizes of these blues. These are really pretty. And then I have, what are these, Pink Fresh?
Yeah.
Those are Pink Fresh gems. And Aqua, I don't know what brand this is. What is that?
That's Moxie.
Oh yeah, that came in those packs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yay, ice cream cone. Okay. I'm excited.
That's so cute.
And now I'm gonna give it, hopefully it's dry enough in there. None of my sequins are gonna stick. I'm gonna leave it a second longer. I want to, cause I have like the thickness of the cone, and then like where my photo is doesn't have anything under it, so I'm gonna add some cherry tape there so that doesn't get squashed. I think it actually needs a double layer. Ooh, okay, I think it's fine. Make it quick.
I'm going with some gems now. You can just watch me struggle with this in my fingers. I have glue stuck in my fingers. Alright.
I'm gonna keep the tabs on for now, just so I can move the cone around my page. Oh yeah.
I like to make little clusters of these. So like, I might do 3. I don't know why. I just like 3s in clusters.
This is still slightly damp, so I'm gonna just give it a quick heat.
Peggy says, always have trouble keeping sequins. Get statically.
Static.
Oh, staticky, yes. They do.
Yeah.
And they just kind of don't want to go where you want to put them.
Yeah.
Unless you have tweezers, which
There
ours are gone.
like these anti-static bags,
Oh, yeah.
which you can use, and I've seen people do that a lot with embossing powder.
Oh, yeah.
So I bet you could put your sequins on that, and that
Yeah.
might help. I haven't tried it, so I don't know.
Sounds like it would work.
But it-
yeah.
I feel like might be fine.
I like having different sizes of gems and sequins
Yeah.
for my little clusters. I do like a big one, small one, medium one. It looks like they were stuck on with a purpose, not just like woof, flailed around. Which that's fine too. That's a great technique too. But I like to have a little bit of purpose with these.
Just setting things for now.
Get in there. Okay.
Is that all I want? Do I want?
I think I
See,
need
I might still want to
a couple up here.
ink up these. Because I don't know how, if it stands out well enough,
Oh. Well,
the vibes.
I like to look at it on the monitor. I think it still stands out. But I think the sprinkles make it.
Yeah, the spring.
If it was a solid
wasn't,
color.
Yeah, if it wasn't the
Yeah.
sprinkles, I'd definitely leave it like that.
Yeah.
Okay, but I am liking it otherwise.
Yeah, super cute.
So yay, I'm gonna stick it down.
Woohoo!
That was like the least fussy embellishing.
Yeah.
Well, Sort of.
Sort of.
Like the decision making of like finally setting it down.
Yeah.
Usually that's a bit of a struggle, and I go back and forth and
Yep.
move things around.
Yep.
But I guess the whole getting prepared for that was a
And
lot.
you have such a big, big things on here. You don't have a lot of options
Yeah.
for where you can put them. So I think that kind of helps with the decision making.
Yeah, for sure.
Because if you have a bunch of smaller pieces, I find that sometimes can be harder. Like if I have a bunch of ephemeral, I'll have harder time.
The only
placing
thing
those.
is I kind of would like a little bit more of the stencil right here, because I kind of ended it. So maybe I'll put it on this side. See, it was too easy for me.
Yeah, too easy.
Oh, but I didn't like this clump.
Do you want the stencil back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks. I'm just going to add the tiniest bit, and then I will be happy.
All right. I'm just adding sequins until
Until
you're done.
Okay. I'll make it snappy.
Yeah, because I don't think I need much else. Because then I feel like it's starting to get too
Too
cluttery.
busy.
Because I do have like some words, but it's
Yeah.
I already have words.
Yeah.
I already have like a big main title focus. I don't feel like I need more words. But you can never have too many sequins, right?
Whoop. Okay, I think that's better. And now I can put this over it. That's funny, I added that for like actually I'm gonna add a smidge more. Up here. Ah.
Where else can I add sequins?
Ah.
Maybe up here.
Almost done. Okay, I think that's it for that. Now
The
I can
sequins
stick.
actually, they're the same color as the dark watercolor splatters.
Yeah,
so they kind
looks
of
nice.
go in very nicely with it. Because sometimes if you add too much of like sequins or enamel dots, it will start to look cluttery, or at least to me. And this doesn't, because it blends into the background.
See, I did that extra stenciling just so I would have a little bit on this side of the sequins,
Uh-huh.
or not sequins, sprinkles.
Yep.
Because before my sprinkles ended.
Can't have that.
Can't have ending sprinkles.
No. Okay. Put that on there.
Okay. And then I'll...
This is so fun and summery.
It is.
Okay, I think I'm done. I'll give you
I
close
think I'm done with it.
until she decides that.
Until I think I need just one more sprinkle.
Okay, so here's up close. I have watercolor background. I have the pearl white stencil butter with like a brick stencil. I have watercolor splatters. I have sweet sequins and gems. So it's a very simple background, but I like it. Very summery for my summer memories cut file.
Yeah.
That was very easy to cut out. I love not having to back them.
Yeah.
Though, if I were to back it, I think I would do it with like a nice deep navy blue.
Mm-hmm.
That would really pop. Or like a really dark green. That would look pretty too.
Oh, yeah.
So if I had, I don't know, the
patience for
motivation
it?
or patience to do that. Sarah says reminds me of a pool. Yes.
Yeah.
That's why
That's
you
what I'm
need
saying.
to do the splish.
The splish.
I know, I do need to do that one.
The splish
Splish
splash with that technique.
Yes, I'll have
Yeah.
to do that.
You need to
Can
make sure
I
you
have
have
the
a
tea?
pool day with the kids sometime this summer.
Have what?
The ruler.
Oh, I was like, tea? I don't have any. I do have an iced tea.
Give me a sip.
Yeah. Yeah, so I need to take the kids to the pool or something and get some pool photos.
Yeah, that looks pretty
I
even.
mean, our weather though is so crazy. It was like 85, what, 2 days ago, and today's like 65. I'm like, not a pool day.
So this is pretty much done. I am gonna ink these and do the same misty technique.
Oh yeah.
And I'm thinking doing a little bit of the mostly yellow with a tint of the orange on there.
Oh,
But
I just love
otherwise,
it. I just love it.
That's done.
Look at that.
Yeah.
So fun. And it's not like super thick. Like this will still fit fine in
Yeah,
an
for
album.
sure.
And
I feel like it's
Yeah.
like an eighth of an inch.
Yeah.
It's an eighth.
so I know
of an
some
inch.
people are like, well, how do you put shakers in the album?
Yeah.
You just squish it in there and then it's fine.
It's like slightly thicker than a piece of chipboard sticker.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
not thick at all, really.
I love it. That's probably one of my favorite layouts
Yeah.
that you've done. Yeah.
That's fun. Well, it is your colors.
It is. I know. Maybe that's why I love it so
Maybe.
much. It's a shaker. It's summery. It's my colors. These are my favorite colors: blue and teal and pink.
And you did design like
That and that.
yeah, a chunk of it with the cut files.
Yeah. Very fun.
All right.
Um,
Well,
do you still have that stencil that you used?
yes.
The sprinkle stencil?
I'll link it.
I just pulled it today, and I know there were more in stock.
Yeah, Morgan will link that for you. It's Echo Park.
Summer Treats Sprinkle.
Yeah, from Echo Park.
Yeah. It's from the Here Comes the Sun collection.
Very fun stencil. I like that.
Yeah.
And I would even use it without, like, an ice cream page. Like
yeah.
at birthdays or even just...
It would be great.
It's
birthday.
very versatile. I think it would go well with a lot of
It's
things.
like confetti.
Yeah,
Any celebration or whatever.
Yeah.
I think would work.
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay, so let us know if you have any questions about cut files. Put them in the comments. If you do any projects with cut files, tag us on social media. We love to see them. And yeah, thanks for joining.
And we'll see you
Next
next
time.
week.
Bye.